here on MIT campus. Again, if you're just joining us, WPI Engineers, not to get confused with the MIT Engineers, enter this game in overall 7 wins, 0 losses, 4 wins, 0 losses in the New MAC Conference under head coach Chris Robertson. And the MIT Engineers, your Cambridge Engineers, I should say, entering the game overall record of 4 wins, 2 losses, 3 wins, and 1 loss in the New MAC Conference. MIT leverage. They control their own destiny. They win, they're in, they move on. They lose, now we're going to have to rely on some others. So let's not start there. And MIT will be in the maroon tops with the white pants, and WPI is all white today. MIT going left to right across your screen. WPI going right to left.
Yeah, both teams obviously. The Engineers, I've called games between Northeastern University and UConn, both teams the Huskies, and both teams obviously with their school colors red and white.
Nick Pinowalt from Memphis, Tennessee on the kick. Taking it right up the gut and getting it some good yardage right across to the 30. Is going to be WPI, so good start for WPI, proving that they can come all the way from Worcester and start this game on the right foot, and proving why they are undefeated already. But now you're going to see a tough defense from MIT as they enter this game, only giving up a total of, as I get my defensive stats here, only giving up a total of 154 yards per game. And on the rush right there was Sean McGowan from Prospect, Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah, early on, you want to see what WPI can do offensively, what type of rhythm they get into, try and pick up on some of their offensive tendencies. And for the MIT defense, they want to set the tone early with some hard hitting.
McAllen again on the rush, and this time MIT just going to go right up the A gap and stuff it. So it'll bring 3rd down and 8.
And obviously 3rd and long, we'll see what Nyland can do here. We talked in the open a little bit about how he's been overlooked somewhat because of all the weapons they have offensively.
Nyland in the backfield, he's got 3 to his near side left, 2 to his far side right. Nyland back, drop, completes a pass to number 11, and that is Michael Modine from New Haven, Connecticut, a freshman. A strong crowd here on MIT campus as we have WPI and MIT, if you're just joining us. Stands are full. I just saw the temperature rise to 58 degrees. Nyland in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Goes over and hit as he tries to catch the ball was Ewan. And in on the tackle was Adam Zimmerman. Zimmerman comes into today's game. He just made his 42nd tackle. Look out for also Sam Gantman and Sean Kent, because those are the top 3 on defense with tackles, as Kent leads the pack with 43.
Yeah, and Kent, not the biggest player at 5'6", 165, but not afraid to lower the shoulder and hit someone.
Nyland back to throw, completes the short pass, and he was down, and I believe the referees are going to rule him down, even though MIT wants the ball to go the other way. And they are going to rule him.
And yeah, that ruled an incomplete pass instead of a fumble. He wasn't able to possess the ball and make a football move. So it'll be, or actually correction, now they're ruling it a reception
That's going to bring
and
up
down.
3rd and 6.
So a little more room to work with. Still a 3rd and long situation.
Nyland now has 2 to his near side right. Just going to try to run this ball right up the gut. They're going to give the ball up to McAllen. He tries to go to the near side. He gets taken down by number 24. That's going to be Zimmerman. And just like that, after the WPI gets a first down, it's going to be turnover on downs, and they'll go back to punt.
Yeah, and so far we've seen a lot of physicality from the MIT defensive backs. That's not something that every team is known for. A lot of teams have good speed in the secondary. Good players in man-on-man coverage, but this MIT secondary, despite not being the biggest unit, not afraid to hit, like I said.
MIT on the punt, not going to touch the ball, just going to let that one roll. It looks like it's going to get to about the 27-yard line and some change. So MIT stuffs WPI, and I have seen this before. MIT has a history of the first 2 quarters starting off strong, averaging 34 points, then 40 points in the second quarter. But then you have WPI, who has a pretty strong, or I should say pretty high scoring points in the first quarter. Back to pass, going on to the near side. Gets it over now to the wide receiver on the catch. It was going to be Gassel. Gassel from Lincoln, Rhode Island. A sophomore listed at 6'2", 195.
And obviously for quarterback Chris Mock, you want to get that confidence early with that completion on the first play from scrimmage. Not the longest completion, but regardless, to be able to get that completion on the first snap, really build some momentum.
Mock's got 2 in the backfield. Gets the handoff, gets it over to number 24. That's going to be, 34. That's going to be Ashton Robertson, who is filling in for the John Robertson.
Yes.
Ashton Robertson from Louisville, Kentucky. A sophomore listed at 5'7", 185.
Yeah, and a nice physical run there by Robinson. Was able to keep his feet moving after initial contact, break that first tackle.
WPI going in the 4-3. Mock gets back.
Yeah.
Fires out a quick slant right over to Shepard from Vancouver, Washington. The junior listed at 5'11", 190. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Robinson in the backfield. Just a quick slant, quick draw over to Robinson. He's not able to get past the line of scrimmage, and he'll have about a half a foot loss on the play with 9:43 remaining in the first quarter. And for the defense for WPI, you have to look at number 51 and number 92. Number 51 is Nick Ostrowski. He has a total of 58 tackles. He's got 1 sack on the year. And number 92, Mike McGough, has 4 sacks on the year. Back to pass. Looking for Shepard, but he's taken down right by 97.
Ouch.
That is Lou Duh, who has 22 total tackles on the year and 1 sack, make that 2. And MIT is now going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah,
defensive battle on the first 2
you're
drives
absolutely right.
that these both teams have had.
Yeah, WPI coming with the all-out blitz there. I mean, Mock didn't even have time to go through his progressions. Didn't even have time to set his feet and throw. Taken down for the sack, and obviously the Engineers now will punt it.
19 back to punt. That's just going to be a pooch kick, and that's not a long punt at all, as that one just gets off the side of the foot, and that's going to be placed at WPI's 43. So if you're you're not pleased right there if your head coach Brian Bubna of MIT on that punt.
No, and that ball just mishit. Sometimes you'll see teams try and do directional kicking, kick the ball out of bounds, but with the lack of distance on that one, it looked more like he's just trying to kick the ball down the middle of the field and it hit off the side of his foot.
Nyland has two to his far side right, one in the backfield. Gets the hike, fakes the handoff. Quick out that time. It's going to be hit right as he catches the ball. Was number 88, Austin Hess, the senior wide receiver, 5'11", from Monroe, New York.
Yeah, and so far MIT defensively, we've seen a lot of short pass completions from WPI. MIT has just been trying to keep the ball in front of them, not let any deep passes get behind their safeties, but not afraid to let these WPI receivers catch the ball in front of them and then hit them.
Nyland has two to his far side right. He's just going to hand the ball right off to McAllen. McAllen tries to run it up the gut, but in on the tackle is Zimmerman. And also number 45, haven't mentioned his name yet, was Ben Delays from Moreland Hills, Ohio.
Yeah, and Matt, like you said just a minute ago, it's been a defensive battle to this point. A lot of hard hitting from both teams.
Nyland now lines up with three to his far side right. One in the backfield in motion. That's going to be McAllen. Now he goes to his near side left. Here's Nyland. Back to pass. Throws and completes it for a first down and then some. And he's finally taken down to the 20-yard line. Was Nick Rossi from Howell, New Jersey. And we've mentioned his name before this game as one of the leading WPI receivers.
Yeah, a nice job by Rossi, also getting some yards after the catch, able to slip out of that arm tackle. And yeah, that was WPI's most explosive play offensively to this point.
Rossi with 3 touchdowns on the air. He averages 21.7 yards every single time he catches the ball. He probably just increased that on that last play. Nyland just handed off to McAllen. Over to the near side. He's stuffed by Zimmerman, taken out of bounds right about the 23. That's just going to be second and I believe it's going to be second and 10. It's 6:24 remaining in the first quarter in this NewMac Conference game. Nyland, two to his near side right. He's just going to do a QB draw, try to take it himself, and finally brought down by number 49, Ben Wolves from College Station, Texas, listed here, the sophomore at 6'3", 220 pounds.
Yeah, Nyland had no intention on throwing that ball. That was a design quarterback run play, and you saw the way they set up. They set up with a running back and fullback in the backfield with him, and then pulled their H-back into the backfield as well to have 3 lead blockers.
3rd and 5, ball on the MIT 18. Nyland, two to his near side right, one in the backfield. That's going to be McAllen. High snap, just tries to run it up the gut himself, and he's finally taken down by Sam Cantrell, the senior, listed at 6'1", 220 pounds, from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, and back-to-back quarterback runs. At that time, though, not a design quarterback run. The snap was high, and when Nyland was able to corral it, he just didn't think he had time to recompose himself, set his feet, and throw. So try to pick up a couple yards with his feet.
I believe we're going to have an injury timeout, as going down to his knee is A.J. Iverson, the linebacker, 6'5", listed at 230.
Has a wide variety of MIT gear, as you can show your engineer pride. This is the cool baptist.
I didn't really see what happened on the play, Leverett.
Yeah, but
he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. I'm not sure. But in any event,
and it's always
bring up 4th and 5, so it'll be interesting to see what WPI who have coming into this game a lot of confidence. They're 7-0. They're 4-0 in the New Mexico Conference right now, so they go for it. I did see WPI's kicker. He was kicking them from about 40 deep, so this would just be a chip shot. If they decide to kick it, and it looks like that they are, it's going to be Bryce Wade, the junior, listed at 5'8", 185 from Modesto, California.
Yeah, and Iverson able to leave the field under his own power. But, you know, if he's out for the remainder of the contest, that would be a big loss for the Engineers. You know, Iverson, obviously a senior and a defensive leader for this MIT defensive unit. And, you know, a very physical player at 6'5", 230.
7 of 9 attempts for Wade. Ball down, kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is through the uprights, and WPI is on the board with a 35-yard field goal. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but, you know, MIT bouncing back somewhat. You know, there was that big pass completion to Rossi, which, you know, set up that field goal opportunity. But, you know, following that big play, they were at least able to slam the door and force WPI to kick that ball.
So with 5:08 remaining in the first quarter, it is WPI on top of MIT in this battle of the king of the engineers here on MIT campus. Score is at 3-0. Wade on the kickoff. That ball could have been good from 40. On back to receive it. Kent. Kent, take it over to the far side. Find some room and finally just is able to stumble and bumble right up about the 26, 27 yard line. And MIT will pick up from there.
Yeah, and Matt, you mentioned that you know, you saw Wade hitting from long range during warmups. You know, typically at this level, you don't see kickers who can hit field goals from long range. That's more something you see at the Division I and pro level. But that gives WPI just another weapon to work with. And Wade also does some punting for this WPI team as well.
Mock. He's just going to hand it right off to Robertson. Robertson goes over to the far side, maybe gets 1 or 2, but in on the tackle was Nicholas Pellegrini, the freshman from Southampton, Massachusetts. I believe that is number 8, even though he's listed here as quarterback. We'll have to correct that later if we're wrong. Mock. Got 2 to his far side right, 1 to his near side left. Drops back. Scrambles a bit. Goes over to the near side, looking for help. He's just going to throw that and complete the pass to Eric Bradford, the senior from Dublin, Ohio. But he's not going to get too many yards on that. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, another 3rd and long, obvious passing situation for MIT here. And, you know, we've seen them a little bit on 3rd down in this game, you know, lined up in multiple receiver sets with an empty backfield. We'll see if they keep one running back in the backfield to pass protect. And it looks like they will, as Robinson will just be in as an extra blocker.
Mock has 2 to his near side left, 1 to his far side right, drops back, completes the pass, hit as he catches it with Gassel. That's going to complete a 1st down for MIT. And as they keep just inching away, and they'll take over on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and as a receiver, when you go over the middle of the field like that, you know you're going to get hit, but willing to take that hit to move the chains.
Mock has Robinson right behind him. Pull back to the near side. Robinson cuts back on just a little bit of a draw play. He's not going to get anything on that. They're not going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, MIT, it's interesting. On all of their pass plays, they've only had 1 back in the backfield. On all of their run plays, they've lined up with a fullback. You know, if they continue that pattern, WPI is going to pick up on it. So It'll be interesting to see if they maybe try and mix up their formations a little bit.
And you're seeing Jack Montanaro on the far side, the sophomore, 5'11" from Riverside, Connecticut. Mock. Two to his far side, gets right out, gets it over to Demez, and he's just going to get across midfield and start crawling and fighting for every inch that he can, and it's going to be right on the WPI 39.
Yeah, nice job there, obviously, with the run after the catch, able to make the first player miss. And that's exactly what MIT needs in this situation. You know, they've been a team that's been more of a running team to this point, haven't done a lot of down-the-field passing, but with their starting running back out, you know, they need their receivers, like I said, to make some moves after the catch, pick up some extra yards.
Ball on the 39, 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3-0 WPI over MIT in this NEWMAC conference game. Ball is going to be over to Robinson, trying to get tangled up and spun around, and in on the tackle will be number 54, Drake Hamlin, the freshman from Unitah, Utah. I've never heard of that town, but in on the carry was number 44. That's going to be Cole Baker, the senior from Austin, Texas. And now you're going to see Bradford, Shepard, Gassel out there for MIT. Robertson in the backfield. He's got Mock to his right in front of him, I should say. Mock steps way back. Now he's just scrambling. He's going to look to throw that one away. As if he was taken down, he would have had a loss of about 17 or 18 yards with 1:30 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, and WPI was all over that. Actually, now a late flag. And usually when a flag comes in that late after the play, it's some type of unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We'll see what the officials say.
Flag was thrown late.
And now actually intentional grounding. Like I said, the flag very late, and usually when a flag comes in that late, it's something unrelated to the play, whether it's trash talking, pushing and shoving, you know, after the whistle. So delayed intentional grounding call there. Mock does not seem to agree. Had some words with the official.
Now that's going to bring the ball right back at the that's going to now bring the ball back at the 48. That's going to be MIT's 48.
And a substitution at running back for MIT. Cole Baker now into the game.
You're looking at third and I believe that's going to be 18. Baker in the backfield. Mock under center. Gives it right off to Baker. Tries to run it up the gut. Baker gets 1, 2, maybe 4 on the play. And before he's taken down right at WPI's 47. So a gain actually 6. And with 1:20, here comes the punting team for MIT.
83, Andrew Greasy is the punt for MIT.
And actually Mock showing some frustration coming off the turf in the third and long situation. He wanted to throw the ball. Was not happy that they went with the running play.
Back on the punt. The punt is tipped, I believe, at the last second, but it gets a little bit of an Irish bounce as that ball is going to roll just inside the 20.
Well, and actually a bad snap there as well. Just barely able to get the punt off, and a low line drive punt that was tipped on the line of scrimmage. But that play could have turned out much worse for MIT.
That was going to be number, I believe that was 23 on the punt. I haven't seen him yet this year for MIT, but in any event, WPI takes over on their own 16.
And that was Oakley Denning who actually lined up as the punter, listed on the roster as a quarterback. And Jack Oswald, the normal punter for MIT. You have to wonder if there's an injury issue with him.
Pass complete to Billy Mitchell. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Ball's going to be on WPI's 3-yard line with 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. WPI on top of MIT, 3-0 in this NUMAC conference. And ball's just going to be handed off. That's going to be McAllen again.
McAllen on the carry.
And he's just going to crawl right over. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
And that was the end of the first quarter of WPI.
And that will be the end of the first quarter with WPI on top of MIT of a score of 3-0 on a big boom from Bryce Wade that was about 35 yards away. So far in the first quarter, MIT showing that they have an average of about, a total of 34 points in their first quarter. WPI registering, if I can find my stats, about 51 points total. Right now, the average is just brought way down by MIT not being able to get the ball across the goal line or through the upright. WPI only completing that field goal. So not a bad conference game on our hands.
Yeah, and both teams with very conservative approaches offensively to this point. Both teams with a lot of runs and short passes, and I think the play that illustrates my point the most was that last offensive play by MIT on 3rd down. In the 3rd and 18 situation, they ran the ball, and like I said, much to the displeasure of MIT quarterback Chris Mock.
WPI will take over on their 23-yard line. They'll be faced with 3rd and 3. They'll be going left to right now across your screen. And if the referees can be able to realize the second quarter is about to start, so can we. Nyland. Long lines up strong side. Men in motion, going over to the near side, looking for a handoff. Look for McAllen to get the ball. They hand it off to McAllen on the near side. He sweeps it. Goes right up, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and is finally being able to be tugged down by number 14 for MIT, Will Exon from Charlotte, North Carolina. Not after a huge gain, right up to, looks like about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and he was sprung free by some great blocking up front. WPI lined up in the I formation, then had their fullback motion and lead the way. Kind of a collective effort there to be able to pick up the first down.
Allen in the backfield. McAllen to his near side right. Takes the handoff, just a little short pooch throw, and that's just going to be, ball is out, and then MIT is going to say that they have it. They are going to rule that a complete pass and a fumble. As we get off the dog pile in the rugby scrum, I can be able to tell you that MIT has the ball. So a huge break for MIT as they will take over on WPI's 44-yard line.
Yeah, and that's what MIT needs. They struggle offensively to this point, and we talked earlier about how it's going to be a defensive battle. And they need to be able to force turnovers like that. That's a huge momentum swing. Also, it should be noted a little earlier, the senior linebacker, A.J. Iverson from MIT, left the field came off the turf, He's actually heading over, leaving the stadium with the trainer right now, actually walking out the gate right now. So that is not a good sign for him as far as his availability for the remainder of the day.
Hawk under center. Hands it off to Baker. Baker is able to just get tripped up, but not before he gets it across the 40-yard line for a gain of about 4 on the play. The ball is going to be on WPI's 39, so a gain of 5.
Yeah, and MIT has not looked comfortable in 3rd and long situations, so obviously, on 1st and 2nd down, they want to get those 3-4-yard gains through the run game.
Baker in the back.
Go! Come on.
He's just stuffed right at line of scrimmage, so no gain there for Baker with 13:20 left in the second quarter. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for MIT.
So another 3rd and somewhat long situation. You know, as I talked about, Mock wanted to throw the ball on third down on MIT's last drive. We'll see if they give an opportunity here.
Well, he's got Shepard to his near side right, Bradford to his far, Shepard to his near side left, Bradford to his far side right, fakes a handoff, Mock tries to draw it, and then on the tackle, you said his name before, was Lou Duff from Monroe, Connecticut. Just gets the shoestring tackle, and Mock is tripped up.
And absolutely nothing Mock could do there in that situation now. Did not have time to set his feet and throw. And that's the second time we've seen WPI force the MIT offense off the field on third down with an all-out blitz.
Back to punt. And just line drive punt in on the grab. Does a great job of holding on to the ball, but on the tackle is number 46, Jake Benoit from Des Peres, Wisconsin. And now WPI is pinned down just on their 11-yard line. So
great job by the punting unit there.
out.
Yeah, but that ball, line drive punt, like you said, you would have liked to see some more hang time, but placed it perfectly in the corner, and the coverage unit getting down there. Two different hats on the ball as soon as he caught it.
Nyland, two to his near side right, one man in motion. High snap, Nyland controls it. Just has to take it himself. And the unfortunate high snap in on the tackle, and realizing it the whole way was number 45, Ben DeLays from Moreland Hills, Ohio.
You know what, though, despite the bad snap, I think that play, even initially, was a designed quarterback run. And on the two quarterback runs that WPI has executed this game, they have done both with a four-player backfield, with two tailbacks, the quarterback, and then a fullback in motion.
Nyland in the backfield, two to his near side right, handoff to McAllen, and he is just going to be brought right back before the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 with 11:25 to go. WPI still on top, 3-0 on a 35-yard boot.
Yeah, and MIT was not falling for that. Yeah, MIT was not falling for that. WPI lined up with a with one back in the backfield and a three-receiver set as though they were going to pass, trying to catch MIT off guard. Didn't work. MIT, again, gang tackling, getting multiple players to the ball.
Nyland in shotgun formation. He's got three to his near side right, two to his far side left. Snap is good. Nyland runs, just short pass right over to McAllen, and he gets it right across, and it's going to be a first down for WPI. So a good, quick draw play, quick scramble, screen pass right over to McAllen. Leverett gets the first down.
Yeah, that's a great individual effort by McAllen, being able to shift his feet, make some guys miss. And, you know, initially, as that play started to break down, it didn't look like WPI would be able to pick up the first, but great individual effort there, like I said.
174 yards receiving for McAllen just on coming into this game. We haven't mentioned his name, but Connor Field, usually they kind of split time. As Nyland goes over to the far side, he lets it loose. He's got a man open, caught, right over to Ewan, gets down to the 20, to the 10, touchdown WPI.
Yeah, and that looked like a coverage breakdown there by MIT. Ewan just wide open and had plenty of room to work with. And obviously, you know, we don't know the defensive package that MIT had drawn up there, but with someone that wide open, it looks like, you know, it's usually more of a miscommunication as to who's supposed to be covering who.
Clark Ewan from Arlington, Massachusetts, listed at 6'1", 195, weighed on the extra point. And as he said, just a miscommunication between the safety and the corner. Ball is down, the kick is blocked. Picking up the ball will be Kent. Kent's going to go for 2 points here as he takes it down to the 20, to the 10, the 5.
My goodness.
MIT on the block, and they get the deuce.
That is unbelievable.
So a great response right there by special teams for
Yeah.
MIT engineers.
Yeah.
After
Watch this.
Ewan just gets
I heard a block kid.
burns the defender,
Oh,
gets
where's the mouse?
six,
Oh,
and
there
on
it
a blocked field goal by number 90, Steven Salvas, the senior listed by special teams. Communication between the
Watch.
safety and the corner. Ball is down. The kick is blocked. Picking up the ball will be Kent. Kent's going to go for 2 points here as he takes it down
Thank God
to
he
the
can run.
20, to the 10, the 5.
My goodness.
MIT on the block.
Defensive play and special teams play. We saw them force that turnover earlier on defense. That time, blocking the kick and running it back. And that's what you need to do.
We gotta get this. We gotta get 7 points here. Tie this bad boy
They were
up.
going to be down by 10 points. Now they're only down by
WPI, they're
7.
undefeated.
What are
So
they?
the
Weighed in on
deal
the
is
kick.
if it's like Worcester
Accuracy
Polytechnic
will be
Institute.
Evan Gauss from
If they
Middleborough,
apparently it's a good tech
Massachusetts.
school. If they
Gauss takes it at the 12. Goes over to the far side.
whoever wins
Gets
this
across
today
the 20.
basically wins
Gets
conference.
across about to the 27-yard line. And MIT will take
We're undefeated
over.
in conference, so are they.
9:57 score.
If
is
either of us, and
WPI
nobody else
9,
is. So
MIT 2.
whoever wins
getting
this
that
basically wins conference.
2 points on the blocked field goal, and taking it to the house was Sean Kent on a block from Steven Salvas. Mock. 2 to his far side left, 1 to his near side right. He's just going to hand it right off to Robertson. Goes over to the strong side. He's going to get maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Grant's so funny. He pushed that guy down like 5 yards.
And it's going to be second. I believe it's going to be 8 on the ball on the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and MIT, they've consistently run the ball on first and second downs thus far. It'll be interesting to see, though, if they try and attempt a short pass here, because if they try and run the ball, aren't able to gain much yardage, they put themselves in a 3rd and long situation, which they've struggled with all game long.
Mock, just on the quick out, gets it over to Gasso, and he's taken down just shy of the 35-yard line. So that'll be a gain of
I'm probably not
7.
going to eat till later.
That's going to bring up 3rd and
We have eggs and
I
stuff.
believe that's going to bring up
If you want to
3rd
save
and
some money.
2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
And there's tortillas
Just shy
and
of the
sausage. Like you can make
35-yard
some
line,
pretty
so it'll
nice
be
breakfast tacos.
I'm thinking
actually
about
3rd and 4.
There's sausage patties in there that you can get.
And obviously, with the shorter distance to go on 3rd down they have had earlier in the game, they have a variety of different options as to what they want to do offensively here.
I'd like to see them go to Shepard, who's now to Mock's near side left. Fakes a handoff.
Come on.
Goes across right to Gastel.
First down.
Gets over the first down, and he just tries to fight for extra yardage as he gets across just shy of their own 40-yard line.
Nice job by Gassel, though. That ball actually thrown behind him while he was moving the other direction. Able to adjust. And had he not, MIT would be punting right now.
We got to score here. Let's tie this bad boy up. They're moving the ball and getting first down.
MIT coming with Shepard. The far side.
WPI's got some strong
To
offense.
the near side left.
This just looks
Gassel
like
to the
our
far side
sideline.
right. Robertson
Like
in the
what?
This
backfield.
looks like our sideline.
Onto the center, hand off to Robertson. He's going to be met with 1 man, now
Damn.
2 man. He's going to be taken just behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2 yards. 7:44 remaining in the first half of this Newman Conference game. WPI Engineers on top of our own MIT Engineers with a score of 9-2. A touchdown coming from number 21 for WPI, Clark Ewan. And a field goal in the first quarter from Bryce Wade. Fakes the handoff.
Okay, big pass.
Going just right over.
Perfect.
Nice handoff.
Oh,
Fakes
no!
the handoff. And he had Robertson on the far side. Unfortunately, just went through his hands. That would have been an easy first
Yeah, all
down.
the time in
Robertson
the
would
world.
love to
It was
have
a
that
good
one
pass.
back.
That guy
Yeah,
should
and
not
some
have
frustration after the play. Robertson actually smacking himself in the helmet. But that play was executed
Well, yeah.
perfectly as far as, the play action fake and everything. It's just a matter of simply not catching the ball. But that was the deepest drop we've seen for Mock so far this game.
Can McCorkle come over at like
That's
4?
going to bring up third down and 11. Ball on the MIT Engineers 39. Mock drops back.
Wait, hold on.
Throws.
Same play.
Looking, got a man
Go!
across to the 30 and just gets tripped up, but a great grab by Mason
Awesome.
Demez from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
I think he should have made it.
And that's going to be
You know we have a guy on the
on
defense from College
WPI
Station.
28-yard line.
Nice job.
And that other
Mock,
guy
biggest
from
gain
Houston.
of the game.
Yeah,
There's
his
some
longest
tensions
pass of
there.
the game. I've talked a lot about how they haven't thrown the ball downfield much.
That was weird.
And earlier, we
What?
saw him and his coaches barking at each other a little bit after they didn't throw on third down. That's the type of play he wants to make.
Baker now just going to run that
Yeah,
right
an
up
extra
to the
couple
strong
yards.
side.
What?
He's going to get
In
across
fact,
the
I
line
ran
of
4.7.
scrimmage.
I don't
A
understand.
gain of 3 on the play.
Don't do that.
'Cause I
And as a player, obviously you should advocate for yourself to get those opportunities to drop back and throw. But if you're going to do that,
Wait,
you
you
have
know
to
I
make
can't
the
hear you. Hold on. What?
Christian ran like a 4.92, and then I went after him. I ran a 4.7,
You're fast.
but I'm bigger than Christian.
You're fast. You're so strong in pass
It's just
rushing.
weird. It shouldn't be like that.
It's awesome.
The only thing that I'm trading off for is like change of direction stuff, but that doesn't matter.
No, you've got like a perfect balance right now. Back here, this is all Boston back here. Boston downtown. The
Yeah.
river's right here,
I haven't seen it.
right behind there. I wish you were going with us this week.
I'm just not.
You're just not.
I just have too many.
the plays. Mock making the throw there, keeping his offense on the field.
It's going to bring up second down and 7.
This is nice for him to pause it. Get more coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some Cuevas.
They got a score here. They got some momentum going. It'll be a bummer if they don't score on this drive. And if they do, then we got ourselves a hell of a bucket. It'll be exciting if they win the conference.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Our little Grant. Our little baby Grant. Yeah, dude, look. Cook these bad boys up. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
And then there's. Oh, we're short on eggs. We might have some outside. I think there's more outside. And look, there's tortillas and cheese. Look at all this stuff. It smells like beer in the garage.
I didn't even touch a beer last night.
There were a lot of beers drunk.
I actually now that I think about it, I didn't drink much at all.
So the fire situation was pretty
Yeah.
much.
I was probably the most sober.
Oh.
Moss hasn't made all of them, but that one.
Oh, I remember that one. That was beautiful. It was almost a fumble.
Well, yeah, it just dropped it late. But I was just surprised, the fact that he just wasn't expecting to get touched.
It was so perfect. The guy's like, whoa! Out of nowhere.
It was just good that they didn't play off of that.
Yeah, I want to watch all your huddle.
I'll find with Mr. Bird.
Let's watch some more at halftime.
6:17 remaining in the first half. Ball on the WPI Engineers 29-yard line. 25-yard line. Mock takes the handoff, goes
Damn.
across. Here's Baker on
Grant
the weak
just
side,
clocked that
and he's
dude.
tripped up right at the 22, so a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
I hate this.
MIT starting in a rhythm
We
though
keep sucking
offensively.
at these 3rd and 5,
and they've been able
3rd
to
and
mix things
4.
up a little bit more with some of the short, quick
I don't think we can make
passes,
a field goal
runs,
from
long
here.
passes. Their offense has become a little bit less predictable than it was in the first quarter, and WPI struggling to keep up.
Okay, we'll see if they convert.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and
Come on, Grant.
Ball is on the WPI 22-yard line.
5.
Oh, God, Grant's up
Hand off
against
over
a
to Baker.
big guy.
Excuse me, that's Robinson. Robinson not going to get over to the line of scrimmage.
convert.
He's just going to get right up around.
So don't you
hovering
go
the
for it
25-yard line.
What is
So
it?
it's going to be interesting.
4th
what
and
Coach Bubna
3,
does
and we're
here.
down on their 25.
Yes.
No, they're down on their 20.
Yes. What was the kicker's good?
And as we see Reginald Best, the tight end, in on the action,
I don't know if he's that
Bubna
good.
decides that he's going to go for it, and you hear in the background the fans stomping their feet.
Let's go, guys. Timeout.
Now MIT taking a timeout. It looked like they weren't on the same page as to what type of play they wanted to run there.
No, look. Wait. This isn't it.
He had so many big plays.
Look, he freaking tackled me. Hold on. Let me find this. I think this is it.
That was definitely your best game of all time.
Yeah, look. Look. Look at this guy. Right here.
You keep it so dark. You know I have bad vision.
No, just like watch what he does. I knew
Oh,
this
so much
happened
better.
too. Look over here. Watch the left.
Wait, you're...
I'm behind the goalpost.
Yeah.
I'm on a blitz. Watch. Look over here, the left tackle. He tripped me. He kicked my. Did you see that?
Have you ever seen that?
Look, he just kicked my shins.
Have you ever seen...
Look.
Oh, that should be a
It is a penalty.
penalty. Did that hurt?
No. Well, I have like a mark, but it doesn't.
Where are you? Oh, right
I
here.
haven't seen any of these. This is just the game. A lot of times. This is Jacob just did not even read. He just went. Sometimes though it works.
Mm.
Denzel's so good.
All right, let's see if they convert.
You ready?
Although sometimes actually on if in a 4th and 3 situation like that, the offense will actually line up and try to draw the defense off. Try to be aggressive. 4th for MIT was MIT.
And if you don't make the 4th down, you're on their 23-yard line
Well, you know they
right
scored.
now. 1 of 9, hopefully making it 2 of 10 on 4th down conversions. Be interesting to see
Well, and-
what Coach Bubna does.
Mark Wright, the kicker for MIT, was practicing his kicking motion over on the sideline, although he will remain on the sideline as the MIT offense back out there.
Here we go. Mock in the backfield with Robertson. One to his far side right, one to his near side left. Mock
Oh, beautiful
looking
pass.
for Gasso for the end zone. Touchdown, MIT!
Oh, beautiful pass.
So Brian Bubna looking like Bill Belichick on that play call as he just goes to the far side corner. To see
Well, and-
what Coach Bubna does.
Mark Wright,
Love
the
it.
kicker for MIT, was practicing his kicking motion over on the sideline, although
All right, I'm gonna
he
watch
will
Grant
remain on
this
the
one.
sideline as the MIT offense back out there.
Here we go. Mock in the backfield with Robertson. One to his far side right, one to his near side left.
Grant
Mock
didn't touch a person.
looking for Gasso for the end zone. Touchdown, MIT!
So
Down, kick is up, and it is a beauty. for the
Nice.
extra
Tied
point,
it
and we
up.
are all tied up at nothing. Mason Dumetti controls their own.
You know, one of the hardest things about football in such an intense, aggressive sport, it's hard to maintain.
Now he has an interception. Leverett, I mean,
Busy day for him. You know,
have a timeout by MIT engineers so Coach Bubna can rethink his inks. But the undefeated WPI engineers haven't seen this before. They haven't, all year they haven't been in a tie game. And there's a lot of smiles in this booth. Hopefully MIT can maintain this momentum, maintain their defense, their special teams. I mean, they have all three areas working for them today.
yeah, you know, they have played very well in all phases of the game, like you said. And, you know, they were the underdogs coming into this matchup, but, you know, as an athlete in any sport, you know, as an underdog, you take a lot of pride in believing yourself when maybe, you know, people around the conference or around the league don't. And obviously, you know, regardless of the fact that WPI is undefeated on the season, MIT does not want to be pushed around on their home turf.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 as this timeout dwindles down with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first half. Score all tied up at 9 apiece.
Hold them, guys.
MIT comes out with the sticky hands of Bradford, Shepard, Gastal, and
Oh,
of course
wait, we have the ball.
DeMays.
Oh.
Mock, shotgun formation, drops back, scrambles a bit, and that one's just going to be thrown out of play as he felt the pressure on that one, and here comes MIT's punting.
Yeah, and smart decision there, just getting rid of it. You don't want to, you know, take a sack and obviously affect field position like that. Really had no one open, defenders closing in on it, just threw it away.
When they say field position, do they mean like left or right, or do they mean?
They mean where the field.
Receiving the punt and a great punt.
What yard line you're on.
Yeah.
Austin Pesh from Monroe, New York is just going to let that one go. So a great punt by MIT as they just pin it right back to WPI's 8-yard line. Interesting to see if Julian Nyland comes back. Julian Nyland listed at 6'2", if we failed to mention his size and weight. 6'2", 195 from Melrose, Massachusetts. Nyland in the backfield with McAllen. Hand off to McAllen, goes on the weak side draw. Gets right up to about the 10, maybe 11-yard line as he's met with number 5, Sam Cantrell, the senior from Seattle, Washington, 6'1", 220 pounds. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 with a minute.
I wonder if Grant has like a nickname or anything.
Remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and obviously with the limited time left, WPI deep in their own territory. It'd be interesting to see if they try and just run the ball, run the clock out, or if they try and throw the ball downfield.
Allen goes over to the far side, hits his man of Owen, and Owen's just going to step right out of bounds. And I believe he stepped out right before the first down marker, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and obviously stepping out of bounds does stop the clock, but like you said, he's right by the first down marker. You think that would lead him to maybe lower his shoulder and try and truck forward?
Nyland sets up, hands it right off to McAllen. Goes over to the near side. Does he have enough for the first down?
No. Nope.
I believe he was stopped, so that's going to bring up 4th and some inches. So good job by MIT on the stuff. And WPI is going to be forced to punt with 1 minute and 5 remaining in the first half.
And MIT's played well defensively all game. Obviously, they did force the 2 turnovers, but the thing that's impressed me the most about their defensive performance has been their ability to stop the run. And give a lot of credit to their linebackers. They're always very quick to the ball. And sometimes when WPI has tried some of these misdirection runs and different things to try and throw MIT off, MIT has not fallen for it. They've always had, 2 to 3 hats on the ball carrier very quickly.
Good analysis.
Back to receive the punt is going to be like, it's going to look like Keith Shepard, the wide receiver from Vancouver, Washington.
It's so fun every week. I get to watch Pokemon boys
It'll
play
be
some
interesting to see if
football.
WPI, with it being this late in the second quarter, if they try a directional kick, try to kick the ball out of bounds. They don't want to give MIT a chance to run this back.
It looks like WPI is either
Now-
going to try to draw them off sides or go for it themselves on 4th and 1 on their own 15-yard line.
And they-
It's going to be just a call a
They
timeout.
never intended on snapping that ball. Again, like we talked about earlier, trying to draw MIT off sides. For them to actually go for it on 4th down that deep in their own territory would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Minute and 3 remaining as WPI takes a timeout. We're all even with a minute and 3 seconds remaining in the first half at 9 apiece in this NewMac Conference game right here on MIT campus in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Matt O'Brien and Leverett Ball on the call for you. As finally rethinking their ranks and Bryce Wade back to punt the ball with Shepard on the receiving end. Ball's down, punt is up. Shepard taking a midfield and he's scored by number 25, Anthony Algieri
That
from
hurt.
Nutley, New Jersey. And I have to
Ouch.
think that Shepard should have just waved his hands on the fair catch, but he took the risk right at midfield and he was met hard. Luckily, he
Man.
Great
bounced
play
right
by
back up and
Algieri.
he's all right.
Yeah.
Right back
Watch
in
this
play.
clobber.
Well, you know what? I speculated as to whether WPI would just try to kick that ball.
Watch this.
In 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Hard by number 20 conference game right here on MIT campus in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
This
Matt
guy's
O'Brien
gonna
and
feel this
Leverett
tomorrow.
Ball on the call for you.
Come
As
on.
finally rethinking their ranks and Bryce Wade back to punt the ball.
Well,
with
yeah, I don't know why he
Shepard
didn't
on
call
the
a fair catch. That was
receiving end.
crazy. Especially this close to the half.
Ball's down, punt is up.
Ow.
Shepard taking a midfield and he's hit hard by number 25, Anthony Algieri from Nutley, New Jersey. The Gastals, he was diving right towards that sideline with 55 seconds left in the first half. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 for MIT.
Maybe we can get another or get a field goal going into the half. Ahead. Just don't turn it over, boys.
Yeah, we'll see if MIT tries to take a shot at the end zone here with just 55 seconds left. They might try to just run the ball, run the clock out.
No.
Mock drops back, flag on the play. Gastel in on the catch, tries to get out of bounds, a gain of 3. There is a flag, and I'm not sure if that is going to be offside. I would assume it would be offside. The flag was thrown right away.
Algieri on the stop. Flag on the play.
It's going to be offside defense. That'll be a gain of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5
Oh, hey, how about that?
on WPI's 44-yard line.
Okay, guys.
So MIT went with the quick out on 1st down, trying to get the receiver to catch the ball and then go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Clock stopped now.
Mock steps up in the backfield. He's got 2 to his near side left, 2 to his far side right,
Ooh,
drops
ooh.
back.
Oh,
Mock,
go, run, Mock.
Goes to the far side, looking for help, and he's just going to throw on the run, complete the pass
First down.
to DeMuz. And that's going to be a first down, and he gets out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock with 31 seconds left.
Awesome.
And
God,
the
that was
ball will
ideal.
be on WPI's 36-yard line.
They're
So with
playing
31
really good.
seconds left, you have to think, does Coach Bubna have enough leg or faith in his kicker to make the long field goals or gain
I
a
think
few
we're gonna
more
find
yards
out.
and then go for the field goal, dropping back.
Oh, lots of time. Big
Gross
pass!
looking and just
Nobody's
under-
even
out
over
of
there.
bounds.
What are you doing, Locke?
Intended for Gastel. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 25
Just get
seconds
it.
left.
Yeah, I'm throwing in the general direction of Gastel there, but just trying to throw that ball away. Obviously, no one was open. And you know, like you said, they might be attempting a long field goal. They don't want to make it even longer by taking the sack.
Just get another 10 yards to make the field goal.
The question is here. Well, the question is here, though. Do they try to go for a short completion and make it a shorter field goal, or do they shoot for the end zone?
Go for the
We
short.
were dipping. It was
Quick
so
10,
gross.
15 and out.
That is gross.
I was like,
Far
why?
side,
It was
right.
looks like
He's
poop
just
in
gonna
the-
be taken
Oh,
down behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, why are we
And a
not running
huge
it?
sack
We could have
right
gotten
there
6,
by
7
Mika
yards.
Hendel, the sophomore from Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
But MIT lining up
MIT
again.
hurrying right away, and they're just going to spike the ball with 8 seconds
There's
left.
no way you
Looks
can
like
make that field
Moss
goal.
is gonna just take a step back, make the sign of the cross, and throw a Hail Mary on 4th and 10.
And you know, that last sack eliminated the chance of a field goal.
Yeah, no, you can't.
The question is here, though. You know, obviously you can throw the Hail Mary pass, but when you do that, there's always the risk of an interception and a run back. So the question is, does he try to throw to the end zone, or does he just kneel this down?
Nope, he's going
the
for it.
shotgun. 3 to his near side left,
He's
1
in
to his
shotgun.
far side right. He steps back. Makes the sign of the cross. Scrambles a bit. Goes to the near side.
Oh!
Throws away Hail Mary. Gastel, intended receiver. And it is... It's going to be... I don't have anything. And that's going to be
Touchdown!
intercepted.
Intercepted.
Right
Oh.
at the touchdown. As there was a little bit of a dog pile, so I apologize that I couldn't see. Regardless.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
And that pass was intercepted by WPI. And that will do it for our first half action. MIT 9, WPI 9 in this new match.
What?
The maple sausage patty man. I'm making all the sausage of them.
Yeah, the maple kind? Yeah, yeah,
These are the maple kind.
yeah, the maple kind.
What's that one like?
How do I? Oh, there it is.
We get some maple sausage